the Kokomo Lantern. I'm Patrick Muncie, publisher of the Lantern, and with me today is Jeff Lipinski. Jeff is running for Howard County Commissioner, going for the seat currently held by Howard County Commissioner Paul Wyman. Mr. Lipinski is a Republican on this spring's ticket. Welcome, Jeff.
Thank you.
So the people here at home probably don't know a whole lot about you. So let's start out with what do you do for a living and what's your background?
Okay. First of all, I just wanted to say thank you for the opportunity to do this. And the Lantern, I think, is growing, and it's a nice publication for Howard County. Secondly, I've been the director of the Kinsey Youth Center for the last 10 years. I've been an employee there for over 30. 15 years, I was the assistant director. And then I've also been on the Richardville Town Council for 20 plus years. And in the last 6 years, I've been the president of the town council.
All right. So you have a bit of experience in the political realm and in public service. So
Yes,
why would you want to be Howard County Commissioner?
I think the timing is right for me. I've been considering doing something different, and I think the timing right now is just time for that. I've got experience, I think the right kind of experience to be a commissioner. Honestly, I always thought that I'd want to run for county council, but when this commissioner position came available, I've talked to several people that have experience in politics, and obviously prayed about it, talked to my family about it, and we made the decision that we would attempt this and move forward with it.
Sure. Now, a commissioner is both a legislator and an administrator for the county. Do you come into this with some ideas about what you would like to do as commissioner? Do you have some legislation you want to pass?
I don't know specifically tonight that I'm going to tell you any legislation that I want to pass, but I do think that being physically responsible, if you look at my record at Kinsey, the fact that I live within my budget, I do not ask for additional appropriations. I've given a budget. I want to live within it. I do think that I'm a strong advocate for Howard County employees. They know and know me and can trust me and know that I'm going to work hard for them. As far as specific legislation, not specifically tonight do I have a big agenda. I do think that there's areas that we can focus on and always try to draw more business to Howard County and try to make Howard County a place that people want to live and move to. I mean, 1,000 people moved into Howard County in the last year, which is a great thing. That just shows that the quality of life in Howard County is good and it's strong. And I'm going to continue to build on that and continue to build relationships and the things that I've established over the years with some of the council and commissioners, and continue Howard County growing.
Now, as administrator of the Kinsey Center, you are well aware of the age of that building as well as the Howard County Jail, especially with the jail. It is 1992, I think, was when it came online. And it has had its share of physical breakdowns, and it's very overcrowded. As commissioner, you will have a direct say in how that will play out over the next 4 years. Do you have some ideas on how to alleviate the overcrowding or improve the physical condition of the jail?
Actually, 1993, spring of 93. No, spring of 93 is we moved into Kinsey and the jail. And you're absolutely correct, Mr. Muncie. The jail's lifespans tend to be 30, maybe 35 years. And we got some significant overcrowding at the Howard County Jail. Well, how are we going to handle that? What are we going to do? Are we going to build additional pods? Do we need to look at building new jails? Do we need to do these things that are extremely costly, extremely public safety is our number one priority, and we've got to take this seriously. We've got to work with the judges and the magistrate to try to alleviate this. Quite honestly, I was at the jail a couple of weeks ago to take a look at it, and they are overcrowded. And what are we going to do? Specifically, I think we have to get some ideas from some architects and some things and get some numbers and see where we're at. But building a pod, is that going to alleviate? Potentially. But there are additional costs when we do that. You got to bring on more food service. You got to bring on additional nurses. You got to bring on additional staff. So those are all areas that we got to take a look at and do obviously what's most cost effective and best for the taxpayers and the Howard County residents and the people in the jail. I think a lot of times that we take that for granted, but those people's conditions have to be livable and safe. And those are some of the main concerns that I would have.
What would you say that Howard County does extremely well?
Howard County is, I think we got good roads. I think we've done a good job there, and the highway department has done a really nice job there. I think Howard County has been physically responsible over the years, and I don't know that they've tremendous amount of money that they've saved the taxpayers, and so I would say those two things off the top of my head would be two things that Howard County does well is that we have a good roads, and we have been physically responsible.
Historically, Howard County and the city of Kokomo have had an off and on again hot and cold relationship. With current Mayor Tyler Moore, I don't think that's the case. But as commissioner, you will interface with the mayor and the administration at City Hall quite a bit. What can you bring to the table to ensure that relation stays strong?
Well, I right now with Mayor Moore, I'm convinced that the relationship will stay strong. One of the things that Mr. Wyman told me, the predecessor, and I didn't mention Mr. Wyman at all, but he's done a nice job in that position, and he's been a good leader for this county, and he's done a lot of positive, great things, and he's a hard person to replace. But he had told me several years ago that when they had a Democratic mayor, he said, I get some flack sometimes because I try to work with that Democratic mayor to do what's best for Howard County. And I think that was what I would say is that whether it's a Republican or a Democrat, we got to look and see what's best for Howard County residents. What are we going to do to make Howard County strong, a great place for people to live, and a place where people want to come and stay and work and stay here as well. Not work here and leave, but work here and stay here.
Okay, I'll give you one more question before we wrap things up. What do you want voters to remember about Jeff Lipinski as they head to the polls in May?
I just want them to know that I've lived here my entire life, other than when I went to college. My kids and grandkids live here, and I want Howard County to be a place. I want my generations of my family to live here, so I think I'm going to do the best I can so that everybody wants to come here and live and work and keep this as a very strong and safe community.
Very good. All right. Well, Jeff, thanks for your time today, and thanks for tuning in. Again, I'm Pat Muncy, publisher of the Kokomo Lantern.